So, welcome back to another episode of BanG Ave Mujica. So, in the previous episode, it was a very rough one for Sakiko, right? I believe, and I haven't rewatched the episode, but I believe from what I picked up is Sakiko had one line in the entire episodes, and that is, I hate myself. I think so. Even though we were following her basically throughout the entire episode, I believe that was the only line that she said out loud. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, apart from that, we saw obviously her entire journey of her leaving the house and going to live with her mom's side of the family. Her grandpa doesn't seem to care that much about her. He also doesn't seem to be like malicious, at least at this point, right? But he is giving her a home, which is better than whatever she had at her dad's house. She has like a nice place to stay at least. And the maid seems pretty nice, at least like she was smiling nicely and stuff like that. It looks like she could take care of Sakiko. And then, of course, Tomori at the end, not really thinking about much else apart from I want to help out Sakiko, blurted out the line of, hey, you want to be in a band together. Now, what does she mean by that? I don't think it's that deep. I think it was a spur of the moment type of thing. But I don't know. Maybe it's going to evolve into something else. But I do think that, yeah, she blurted that out kind of in the heat of the moment and didn't really think about the logistics surrounding it. I guess we'll see in this episode. That's just my prediction. Or not prediction, but I guess my interpretation from the previous episode. And then we had a post-credit scene, which was obviously the talk of the entire episode, which was Soyo going to visit Mutsumi, or Mortis. And I saw people saying that that's a different altar, that it's not actually Mortis, but it's someone else, which could be the case. I don't know. The show's gonna tell us if that's the case, so I don't want to speculate too much about it. But it seemed like Mortis, or whoever that altar was trying to wake up Mutsumi, but Mutsumi wasn't waking up, so Mutsumi didn't want to come out and take control, I guess. So my guess would be it's because she still doesn't feel like she could be safe taking control of the body, right? She wouldn't be stable. That's, I think, how roughly it works, right? Usually why the idea happens is because of a defense mechanism where the personality can't take any more anything happening, right? And it switches out with a different one to kind of protect the personality, protect itself, protect the mental. And if she doesn't want to come out, that must mean that she probably wouldn't be able to take it, right? So that's rough. That's really rough. I wonder what's gonna happen with Soyo now that she has witnessed this. I guess there's only one way to find out. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. So if you want to watch this uncut and unblurred, it's going to be on my Patreon, which is down in the description. And without further ado, let's go into BanG Ave Mujica, episode 6. Oh no! Yeah, preach Anon. I love Anon so much. You guys did say that Saki is part of the word happiness, right? It's kind of like, yeah, something to do with the kanji and stuff like that. Rana! Yuzu. Uh-oh. Too honest, Anon. Too honest. Huh? はぁ？Yo! Preach talk. Okay, Rana's like, enough of serious talk, let's play. Okay. God, I love Rana. I have a feeling she might not come. Wow! Ma'am? Mm-hmm. Oof. Ooh. 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 Mutsumi? Whoa. Whoa. What? What? I guess she's just a Giga Chat. She can see anything. Holy shit. It is Mortis. Okay. It's not like a new altar. That makes sense. How was she able to tell? That's like supernatural powers.
したいんだって。それでそより軟禁？自分じゃできないわけ？できないから軟禁なんだよ。むつみちゃん。やっと追いついた。
Aww. Ring.
名前は？
Or Spice. That's the one.
猫。猫。猫。違う。あなたの名前。ラーナ。モーティス。寝てるのは？むつみちゃん。モーティス気に入ったって。
Interesting.
むつみちゃんとアベムジカを壊したのはサキちゃんだって。
Was she expecting the note? Or looking for it at least?
ちょっといい？あれってみんな知ってるの？あれとは？むつみ。ああ、知っているも何も。アベムジカが
I love these two.
なったきっかけは彼女なので。若葉さんがああなった以上、バンドの継続は不可能と判断されました。まあ、解散に関してはうすうす予感していましたが。でも、そうですか。あれから1ヶ月経ちますが、変わりないんですね。何それ？え？ウミリ、本当にムジカやってたの？何が言いたいんです？
Yeah, I mean, she was a part, like, along with like 30 other bands.
何が言いたいんだよ。
I mean, I think what she's trying to say is it doesn't seem like she cares like as much as she should for being a part of Ave Mujica, right? In saying that, I do think that breaking up a band, if you want to actually protect or not protect, if you think that someone is not mentally stable enough to continue on with the band and you think it's gonna make it worse for them, and even if they protest, I think there could be a valid reason for you to be like, you know what? I think it's just gonna straight up be better for you to not do this, right? Or for us to not to force you to do this. Even if you're saying you want to do this, I think there could be an argument to be made if they genuinely said that they did this to protect her. Now, did they do this to protect her and to like for her mental health? That's debatable. Did Umiri think about her mental health and was the decision based on that from her? I don't think so. But if we are just taking the decision of it being for Mutsumi's mental health, then I would be down for it. But yeah, it's not like they really went out of their way to then help her after it, right? So I feel like that kind of debunks that theory then. But yeah, if you see someone is getting ruined by a situation they're in, obviously you gonna try to, if you can influence that state or influence that entire situation or like dispel the situation, even if they protest, there is an argument to be made for you to act and disband the situation. Maybe. I still don't know how Rana was able to just tell. I guess she's just built different. あいつ。 Oh!
むつみちゃんが起きた。むつみちゃん、よかった。本当に死んじゃったかと思った。むつみちゃん、むつみちゃんずっと寝てたんだよ。お医者さんに相談しても起きなくて大変だったんだから。でもこれでむつみちゃんがギター弾いてくれればバンド元に戻るね。今宵のマスカレードをもってアベムジカの終幕とさせていただきます。
What a scene.
サキコちゃんがバンドにしがみついてるのってそういうことでしょ。むつみちゃんは死んじゃったよ。間違えちゃった。死んじゃったみたいに寝てるんだよ。だから私はサキコちゃんが嫌い。むつみに戻ってきてほしい。サキ、大丈夫。怖いことから全部私が守ってあげる。だからむつみちゃんが安心してギターだけ弾いて。どうしてあんなこと言ったの？え？任せてって言ったの？こんなのひどい。サキはどこ？
Oh.
むつみちゃんは何にも分かってない。
The voices.
どういうこと？
The voices are getting her.
むつみちゃん、
Damn.
お願いだ
Whew.
からサキに合わせて。ダメ。サキと話がしたいの。ダメだって言ってるでしょ。サキってそんなむつみちゃん。むつみちゃん。
Oh.
大嫌い。サキコちゃんにたくさん傷つけられたこと忘れたの？違う。弱ってるむつみちゃんを追い詰めて壊したのサキコちゃんなんだよ。サキにあんな顔させたくなかった。だから私が代わりに。どうして壊したの？むつみちゃんが会いたくてもサキコちゃんは違う。クライシックがここまでだからベムジカの嘘。ちゃんとやりたかった。だって一度も会いに来なかったんだよ。ムジカしかサキにはないのに。反省もしてないし何も変わってない。会えばまた傷つけられるに決まってる。お願いだから分かって。サキに今度はどこ？一体分かんない。ねえねえ、うちらも取ったか？取らないでください。取らないでください。大丈夫だから。大丈夫。
God, this music is so unnerving as well.
今回はこちら。
Well, that was uncomfortable.
チャレンジしちゃいます。では
Whew.
死んで蘇るという辛さレベルマックス。転生よ、にゃむっといただいちゃいます。あれ、にゃむっちこれ平気かも。やばい、何これ。
A content brain through and through. Oh, this is Musky.
お疲れ様。
Musky's place.
ほなこつからかばい。口ん中のまだヒリヒリす。汗で顔の変に映っとらんならよかばってん。のさー。むこ？
Uh,
むつみちゃんが会いたくてもサキコちゃんは違う。クライシックが壊れたからちゃんとやりたかったのに。だって
Yuzu's voice acting performance here as well is insane.
ムジカしかサキにはないのに。ねえ。ねえねえ。戸川さん、おはよう。あのさ、これ知ってる？むつみちゃんが会いたくても
Togawa.
サキコちゃんは違う。クライシックはこの子、むつみちゃんだよね。だってさっきって戸川さんのあの一人芝居ってアベムジカのパフォーマンスなの？もしかしてムジカ復活するの？解散もパフォーマンスだったんだ。すごすぎ。ムジカなら絶対やってくれると思ってた。
At least I'm glad that they're taking it as an act and not like trying to dunk on her like mental health or anything like that. Oh, well, she's realizing what she did. That's not good.
さきちゃん、むつみちゃんが、むつみちゃんが会いたいって。ねえ、むつみちゃん大丈夫なの？ムジカ復活とか言われてるけど、やばいよね。むつみちゃん、クライシックは壊れたから、今度はちゃんとって。さきちゃんにはムジカしかない。何をおっしゃっているのか、私にはわかりませんわ。クライシック、アベムジカ、そんなもの知りません。でも、むつみちゃん、むつみなど知りません。むつみちゃんは嫌なものいっぱいぶつけて閉じ
I
込め
am.
さきこちゃん
I
に
have so
会い
many
たい会いたい
questions.
そればっかり。さきこちゃんは絶対またむつみちゃんを傷つけるのに。
So, okay, my biggest questions right now, I guess, is Soya. What kind of relationship does she have with Mutsumi right now? Because up until this point, my entire perception of their relationship was Soya was close to Mutsumi because she felt like she could get closer to Sakiko through Mutsumi, right? And I don't know if there was like some kind of like Stockholm syndrome situation going on there. Well, it's not really a Stockholm syndrome, but I feel like maybe she kind of developed some kind of bond with her through that bond that she had. But I feel like, or through that connection. But I feel like, yeah, every time that she was close to Mutsumi, it was because she wanted. I don't want to say to use her because that seems even more sinister. Even though there were times when she tried to use her. But I feel like her relationship was based on getting close to Saki and Kreishik and stuff like that. It never seemed like a friendly relationship in any way, shape, or form, or even any relationship that would be in any way, shape, or form like two-way or reliable, like them relying on one another or anything like that. It always seemed very superficial from Soyo's side, right? Um, and manipulative, I guess. So I'm surprised to see her like this. I think the reason why is because she kind of got roped into this entire thing, and now she's kind of like not playing along necessarily, but I guess she just kind of changed her perspective after everything happened, and is now because of that playing not playing along. That's the wrong word to use, but she's participating in this. So that would make sense. It's not like she's a horrible person or anything like that, Soya. I think she has many flaws, but yeah, I think this is one of the things where she's kind of like, you know what? Let me help her out, which is fair enough. The other thing is Saki. So I wonder how her mental is right now because it's obviously not great, but I wonder if it has improved ever since she left the house. I wonder if some of the worries got lifted from her. From her, but I'm not sure because before she left the father's house, obviously she had her head full of everything happening in her own life. So I'm not sure. So obviously she couldn't have any space to worry about anyone else, right? Before she moved. But now that she moved, that she doesn't have to worry about where she's gonna sleep, and like what she's gonna eat, and does she have to go and pick up her dad and stuff like that. Even though obviously she's still gonna worry about her dad because it's her dad, and she has many other things happening. Like she still probably is grieving her mom and stuff like that because it is still very recent. Yeah, I do, and obviously the entire thing happening with Ave Mujica, I do wonder where her mental state is right now. Maybe because her mental state has slightly improved, it gave her some space to finally talk about like Mutsumi and think about Mutsumi and what she said right here. Maybe that's kind of like what this is supposed to show. That would actually make sense. Maybe this is supposed to show that, oh, some space has been made in her, the folder of worries that she has, that was previously filled up. Maybe it has cleared up a bit, and now she can finally worry about what she said to Mutsumi, what happened with Ave Mujica Kreishik. But now that means that it's already filled up, that folder. So it doesn't seem like she wants to handle it. She wants to obviously run away, which is, at the end of the day, understandable.
さきちゃんの家知ってるよね。私がさきちゃんに話しに行ってくる。モーティスちゃんから話聞いて何も言わずになんていられないから。
So we're always trying to dox people. Uh-oh. Mutsumi.
どうして教えたの？ダメ！勝手に出てこないで！ソヨを止めて。さ
Goddamn Yuzu.
私何のために
Yeah, okay. I have another thing to talk about, but I'm gonna do it later. Because obviously there's a big discrepancy between what Mutsumi wants and what Mortis wants. Oh, this is the old house. Oh. Please tell me the dad is fine. I actually feel really bad for the dad. Please tell me he's fine. He's as good as he was previously, okay.
ただの学生でしかないあなたに他人の人生を抱えきれますのさきちゃん野良猫のやつねえ練習前にちょっといいさきちゃんのことなんだけど168億
The dad?
何度も言うな戸川グループってさきこんちの日付見てこれってクライシックのライブのバンドやめるって言ったのも
1 plus 1.
言えない事情があったのかもマジかあれってそういうことか何さきこちゃんクライシックもアベムジカも知らないってむつみちゃんのこともむつみだと知りませんってでもわかるんだよねなかった
Soyo taking after Saki hit there.
さきこちゃんにもきっと
うん
何さきちゃんが言ったのクライシックもアベムジカもむつみちゃんも知らないって
Uh-oh. 1%. No, there's an after credit scene, right? There must be. Where's my mouse? Please. There's no after credit scene. I'm gonna. It's just the preview, man. No. Okay, but I mean, this was really, really cool. Or cool maybe isn't the correct word to say. It wasn't as. I mean, I feel like we're done with the entire, like, extremely shocking parts of the story. It feels like these parts are more so just like the, I don't want to say like slow burn, but more so like just things unraveling a bit more slower without like big climaxes, which I'm really down for. I feel like it's nicer to see the characters being unraveled this way, because obviously the episode like 2, 3, and 4 were, I feel like the really climactic ones, and these ones are now unraveling the entire situation, or I guess resolving the situation that happened after those episodes, which I'm really down for. I feel like that's really cool. So in this episode, one thing, obviously, the main thing is Sakiko, and how she feels about it. I feel like, yeah, as I said, I can't fully grasp what her mental state is right now. And as I talked about earlier, I wonder how much her, like, this entire move has alleviated her, her, like, pressure and stuff like that she had felt previously. She doesn't need to work. She doesn't need to take care of the dad, and she doesn't need to worry what she's gonna, like, if she could even eat, what she's gonna eat, where she's gonna sleep, if she could sleep anywhere. So stuff like that got lifted off of her shoulders. Obviously, she's still gonna worry about her dad. She's still gonna think about her mom. But I do think that this has at least helped her out a bit, probably, when it comes to purely the family situation. But now those worries, or those, I guess, worries that have been, yeah, those worries have been now replaced with the entire band thing, which is not good, obviously, with the entire Mutsumi thing, especially. So Mutsumi has kind of awakened, but what Mortis wants to do is Mortis wants to let Mutsumi out only when she needs to play the guitar, because she thinks that that's the only way to protect Mutsumi. Obviously, Mortis's goal is protect Mutsumi. That's why Mortis was awakened. That's why the entire disorder was actually even manifested, right? Is because of, it's a protection, it's a defense mechanism, right? So that makes sense. Mortis just wants to protect Mutsumi, and she thinks Sakiko is hurting Mutsumi, and which inadvertently, in some way, yes, that's true, because we saw that legit happen, right? Saki directly hurting Mutsumi when it comes to like her like, you know, saying those awful things to Mutsumi. So that's absolutely makes sense from Mortis' side, but what Mortis doesn't realize is that what Mutsumi wants is she wants Saki to be happy. She wants Saki to be in a band and to be together with them and playing together and be happy and stuff like that, right? That's Mutsumi's main goal. Mutsumi's main goal is not to be taken care of and to be safe. Mutsumi's main goal is to be with play with Sakiko, to see Sakiko happy and stuff like that, right? So, yeah, I feel like Mortis and Mutsumi have misaligned goals there, right? With one another. Or I guess Mortis's goals have misaligned with Mutsumi's. So, yeah, I feel like that's the main problem that those two are having. As I said, I find Soyo's character interesting here. Because, yeah, as I said, I didn't ever think that she would be close to Mutsumi. But I guess, yeah, as I said, she isn't, I guess, that kind of monster where she would just leave someone who's obviously in such a big need of a shoulder or of help that you would just leave her. She's not that bad. Even though I do think that she still has many things to work on. She's very flawed. And she's gonna need to develop a lot. So I do think that, yeah, she is helping her because obviously she wouldn't want to leave someone like this just, you know, alone. Because obviously the family's not helping her. So yeah. Okay, that's really cool. Or really interesting. I love Anon. Anon's just like, she's trying to be objective with it. Yes, she's not the most subtle person, obviously. She doesn't really get all of the subtleties that they're talking about, like the mental health and stuff like that. She's being a bit abrupt, but she means well. And honestly, I do agree with some of the things that she's saying. And yeah, I really like Anon. And also Umiri. I find Umiri interesting because I think what Taki was saying to Umiri about like, were you really a part of Mujica and stuff like that? I think what she meant by that is you don't seem like you care at all about this entire situation, because that has been a thing that's been pointed out many times, right? How nonchalant she was about everything unveiling, right? And everything going down. She didn't seem like she cared. Now, you could easily put that to her experience in playing in bands, right? I'm sure she's seen like a plethora of bands, just this band, right? So I'm sure that's a factor of it. I do think that maybe seeing someone being, you know, or seeing someone develop like a disorder like DAD before your very eyes and be like trying to be objective about it and be like, well, I guess we have to disband. I feel like that might be a bit too disassociated from the entire situation. And I can see that putting people off. And I do think that might be the thing that's going to be the most telling about her, right? Character. I feel like that's going to be the main thing about it. That's going to throw people off. And yeah, I feel like that is a pretty weird thing to do. So yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, I feel like Umiri is going to be an interesting one. But we didn't see Uika at all in this episode. I feel like she is the one that interests me the most right now when it comes to like her character and like what she's all about. I guess we'll see that in the future, in future episodes. What else was there? So, I'm trying to think. Was there anything else that I wanna? I guess Soyo. Oh yeah, Soyo. So I do wanna see Soyo eventually, you know, get to the point where she can actually realize the mistakes that she did and actually. Because I don't mind someone making mistakes like we saw with Saki. Saki definitely made many mistakes, right? Like with the entire situation with Mutsumi and stuff like that. That's a mistake. Even if you can't blame her for it because of everything that was happening, but you can't, just because someone does something and you're like, oh, well, she can't be blamed, it doesn't mean that it isn't a mistake, right? It's still a mistake. So yes, it makes sense why she did that, and I don't dislike her for doing that, but it is a mistake, and hopefully once things settle down, she realizes, and well, she realized it here, right, what she did, and she can, you know, apologize for it, or at least change that part of her. And I feel like Soyo is also at a point where I'm like, you did many mistakes in the past, many mistakes, and I don't mind you doing those mistakes as long as you realize that you did those mistakes and eventually apologize for them, right? Or at least own up to them. And she hasn't done that yet. So Soyo and Saki, those are my two. Still, I hold that opinion still from episode 1. Episode 1 of Ave Mujica, I said a similar thing. I still hold that opinion there. I don't mind them making mistakes as long as they realize that those are mistakes down the line. They change those parts of them and apologize for them. Either way, is there anything else that I'm missing from the episode? Probably I probably am, but I can't remember it on the spot. But either way, I'm gonna end this one here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.